Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic, welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, I feel like I have been away forever. I probably have. December, like for so many of you, I am sure was such a whirlwind of a month with so much going on, with kids home from school and college and friends coming over for a visit. It has just been a crazy, awesome month. So that is why you haven't seen me. I had really planned on sharing some process videos when I worked in this journal, but I was always behind. I was always behind and I'm still not done. I still have a few days to finish the month up, but I wanted to share it with you first because I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to get in here and finish up those last few days. I'm so excited to just get back into things. I really wanted to share with you what I had so far. I'm sure that most of you have already seen the video where I shared how I put my journal together. I also have a couple videos where I created a few pockets and tags that I could use over the course of the month to make working in this journal go a little bit quicker because I knew that I wouldn't have a lot of spare time to work on it. And I'm so glad that I did that because it really took my layouts up a notch to have already decorated and layered some items. It meant I didn't have to do that when I went to work in the journal. So I'm really happy that I did that, and I will probably do a little bit of that from now on. So I won't talk too much about how I created my cover because I've already created that video. If you haven't seen it, I will put a link in the box below to all of those videos. This tassel is a beautiful tassel that was made for me last year, well, 2 years, 2 Christmases ago now, from your lady, and I absolutely love it. That is so pretty. So this is a little golden book. I've added 3 signatures, and I think there were 60 pages in this book, and I had just enough. Okay, so here in the front cover, I had shared a picture of this on Instagram, and I just love it. It's the only mixed media that I did in the book, but I wanted something here on the cover, and I love doing snowy looking mixed media stuff. It's really like the only thing I can do, but it was a lot of fun. This was an original library pocket that had been in this book with the original library card. So I had just added my name and the date of when I created this journal. I think that's a lot of fun. I added a little gesso over that stamp and inking and just added my little stickers. Here on the front cover then, I just used some modeling paste and some cheesecloth, a little bit of ink, and some chunky glitter, and made that little snowy scene. I added some wood veneer snowflakes with some glitter and liquid pearl. This is a Tim Holtz ephemera here. So this book is very, what's the word? Is it eclectic? I really did a lot of mixing and matching. I don't always do that, but for some reason I just felt led to create that way this time. So this book is just full of patterns and colors, and I just personally really love how it came out. So I used these cut aparts throughout the whole book for my dates. This is a pocket that I had created in one of those previous videos with this layering, so I was so happy to have that done already. I added some music sheet paper here, and like I had said in a previous video, since my kids are not young anymore, there's not a lot of exciting things that happen around Christmas. So I have a few pictures. I'm really bad about taking pictures. I really need to be better about that. I'm always getting on myself for that. But I've done a lot of journaling, so which I had said that it would probably be. So my pocket, I added some ripped up music paper, and then I was just working that day, so I journaled that here. Another day of working, I used this journaling card that I kind of just stapled on the end, and it pokes out a little bit. I love that. Just added a quote to it. I was super tired, so I just took a weird selfie, whatever. That music paper again, and then I used this gift tag, added some tea-dyed paper, and made a little tuck there for my journaling for that day. Day number 3, I have a lot of our church tags from church and when we are volunteers for things. So I added them in here even though the ink from the tag really didn't the paper or the tea staining or something. So older random picture, but I was on the worship team that day, so I used it. A picture of our tree at church, and then I just used these craft cards that I picked up at Michael's, and I did my journaling on the inside, hit a little mile marker there for my channel that day, so I documented that. Day number 4, I just did some journaling about my girls. Nothing exciting happened that day, so I just, shared some thoughts on my kids. This is from Thanksgiving. It wasn't a very recent picture. My oldest daughter was still away at school, but I just used that here so it could be in here. It's pretty recent. Then on day number 5, this is a pocket I created in a past video. And then this day, this is just random tag I made. I meant to put some ribbon on there. I'll probably go back and do that. Just a picture of my cat harassing me while I'm trying to stitch up my journals. And then just some journaling. I gessoed on this music paper so I could write over it. I really love that image. So then I added some scrapbook paper here, used an old Rolodex card here, fabric ruffle, picture of my cat watching the snowfall. So this is also the 7th. I used one of these paper bags. I trimmed it short so that it would fit. It still hangs off the edge, which I love. I also added a journaling card here to make a pocket here and a pocket here, so I really like that. I did my journaling about that day, got my hair cut that day, so I added that as a picture of my daughter at work. She just recently started working there, so I used the black tag for fun so I could use my white Jelly Roll pen, and that was fun. And just a picture of some journals I finished up that day that went into my shop. So I am loving the whole interactive thing. That was a lot of fun. So day number 8, my daughter was coming home. The only photo I took was my dog, who was, I had already mentioned her name, so she was crazy for like 2 hours before my daughter actually got home. This is a pocket that I had previously made and used it here. I just kind of titled the layout here. This is just a random quote about daughters and a little thought there. And then behind the scrapbook paper, I just added a couple tags. So that's my journaling about that day. And then this one is just a photo of the turkey that I made for the weekend. And then just some fabric ruffles I had pre-made as well. Also had done this tag previously, and I just used it here on the 9th. Picture of my friends that we hung out with, and then I used this journaling card with some tea stain paper. So then here on the 10th, I just added some gesso again over the music for my journaling, added a photo of our Christmas tree we put up. The 11th, I random selfie. I was feeling pretty spunky that day because I had been very good about going to the gym. Just again added my journaling on this paper and tucked it behind. The 12th, nothing exciting. It was a snowy day, so we just stayed inside. I used this vintage gift tag for my title, some photos of the backyard. On the 13th, there's no photos, but I had made this little pocket and added some tea stain paper for my journaling. Here on the 14th and the 15th, I was not feeling well. In fact, on the 16th and 17th, I wasn't feeling very well either, but these 2 days, nothing happened. I was grouchy because I didn't feel well, so I just took a picture of my PJs and slippers on the sofa, and yeah. So did a little journaling there. The 16th, I still wasn't feeling that great, but I think I was moving around a little bit. 17th was church again, and I just have my sticker here that's completely ruined on that paper. Little journaling, some washi tape. The 18th, no photos, but I had made this card previously, and I think it's super pretty, especially with this paper, so I didn't cover this up, and I just wrote on the inside for my journaling that day. The 19th, again, nothing exciting, except that I got my swap package from my friend Rhonda. She and I had done a Christmas swap, and I got to open my box that day, so I took a picture of what she sent me. I used the journaling card here for a pocket. I love this paper collection. And then I just did some journaling on this tag again. Little washi tape here. The 20th. This is a photo that we actually took on Christmas Eve, but it is about some of these ladies. So I used the photo here. We had gone out this day to celebrate one of my friends' last radiation treatment for breast cancer. So that was a big, exciting thing. So I wanted to use this photo here because these are some of my best friends. Then I used this time card here that I had previously made and done some journaling on some coffee dyed paper again. The 21st, just a busy random day. I used a little Logan's napkin ring paper because we went there for dinner. Had to leave Santa and the elf. I just like that picture, so I ended up leaving that plain. The 22nd was a big shopping day in the morning, and by lunchtime I had Chipotle in the car, so that's just kind of all that was about. The 23rd is both of these papers, or both of these pages. This is a pocket I had previously made, again with a tag. This is journaling about the 23rd, and then this is just a random thought about my girls getting older and how strange that is. So I just did extra thoughts there. The 24th, Christmas Eve. This layout takes up a few pages. This is just some like random duct tape that somebody had written our names and marked our spots on stage. So I had kept mine and my girlfriends here. Journaling about Christmas. I just kind of went throughout the day, saved these pictures again. This is off of an envelope from one of my friends. More journaling. Photo of the hubby and I at church that day, and our tags that don't like the paper. Some more journaling, another piece of that envelope from my friend. Between our services, we had gone to see a movie, so that was a lot of journaling about the rest of the day, and then I actually finished that journaling up on this tag here. We had gone to Starbucks, so I used that for a pocket, and then just some journaling about the friends we ran into that we hadn't seen in years that day. And again, I left that blank because I love that paper. Then Christmas, December 25th, I used this gift tag and just stitched on it to look like a pocket. I added just a random thought about Christmas morning there. Here I used a bag again to make a double pocket. This time I folded it over and sewed it. Added some washi. I did some journaling here about the food we had that day. This is just a little cupcake topper. I thought he was cute, so I stuck him in there. This, again, just another little random thought about my daughters. And then here is just some journaling about this photograph and Christmas. This time I did cover up part of the book page and added that little sticker. Another thing I had made in a previous video, I just added a photo of my cat and some Christmas lights from earlier in the month. And then I was super excited to finally have a place I could use this Christmas card I had been holding on to. So I just journaled some thoughts, actually more of a prayer in there, and I just really like that. Used some stickers there, kept it simple. A couple photos from Christmas morning. And then Christmas afternoon, I did some journaling about going to my parents' house. This envelope, like I had said, I had made it before, so I had done some stitching here to look like I sewed it on, but I just glued it in here when I wanted to use it. And then I just added a couple scriptures. This one's just about Christmas. This one I'd actually been focusing on a lot during the month, so I liked including that in here. I can remember that. And then just some photos, my daughter and my niece. My daughter took those on my phone and I found them, so I printed those out. And then I think I just added that. This is glued down, it's not a pocket. Some more closing to my Christmas thoughts. The 26th, pretty inactive day, which was nice. the 27th, just a little more journaling, a tag, went and saw the movies. Here I used a gift tag, again for a pocket on the 28th. Did some journaling here. And that is it. I have to do the 29th, the 30th, and New Year's Eve. So I'm pretty excited. I have some cute little pictures I took on New Year's Eve, so I will finish this up, and then I'll probably just do a quick flip through with no talking in that video. But I absolutely love this book. It had just enough pages, and it isn't too bulky. I think I'm going to add a couple eyelets and do like a ribbon closure, and then it'll pull it closed the rest of the way, and it can sit on my shelf that way. But I just absolutely love it. This was a 2.5-inch spine, and it was perfect. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. I definitely had a blast creating this, but I am excited to move on. I feel like I've been working on Christmas for quite some time. So I'm ready. I'm ready to put the Christmas stuff away and head into 2018 with a fresh perspective and fresh goals. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please don't forget to click that like button, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!